This yellow sword art online deck might be my favorite. It evolves around the Integrity Knights and it is crazy balanced. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Mobby here, and today we're going to be talking about this yellow sword art online deck that revolves around Kirito, Alice, and Eugeo. Make sure to like and subscribe, it really helps out the channel. I upload daily duels and deck profiles for different anime TCGs. Alright guys, here we go. These are the action points that I'm using. You can see here it features two of the Integrity Knights. This is going to be a full video breakdown talking about every single card. If you just want the deck profile, pause the video, head on over to my website mobbytcg.com. There you can get images and deck profiles for every deck we cover and don't cover on the channel. Alright, so the game plan here is two raid characters. Alice and Eugeo, and there's Kirito as backup. The abilities happen when there are two or more of these characters on the field. So let's go ahead and talk about every single card, starting with Alice. As mentioned, this is one of your two raid sources of the deck. Alice, Synthesis 30. Integrity Knights. This card is also treated as Alice. The trigger here is add this card to your hand. It's a basic 1500 BP character. We're running 4 of these. Next, it's going to be Eugeo. This is the other raid source of the deck, 0 cost. When played, choose up to one other character on your field. It gets 1000 power till the end of the turn. That's usually a pretty basic ability, but there is a later Kirito on the field that you can throw out that has double attack, so this gets double benefits from that you want to pretty much combo with. The trigger here is going to be choosing a character, switching it to active, and gaining 3000 BP. Eugeo is really defensive in this deck, while Alice is all about destruction. This one has 500 BP. We're running 4 of these Eugeos. And finally, the last key piece of this deck is going to be Kirito. We're running 4 of these. This is a 0 cost. This has step, 2000 power, and there is no trigger here. Remember, the deck works when you have some Kiritos on the field, a Eugeo on the field, and an Alice on the field. So you want to make sure you have multiple or at least one on the field, because that's how you're going to unlock some of your benefits. Next is our 1 cost. This is Alice, Synthesis 30 again. Integrity Knights. This card is also treated as Alice. This one also has step, so you can see here this deck is really aggressive. Anything with step, you can throw it out on the field, maybe get 1 or 2 attacks in, and then throw it back to the back line in order to use them for energy later. This has no trigger, but 2500. It's just a stronger Kirito. For these. Next up, this is our 2 cost Eugeo. We're running 4 of these. When played, look at the top 4. You can grab 1 Kirito or an Alice and add it to your hand. Then you trash 1 card from your hand. Pretty much, you want to make sure you future-proof your turns. You want to grab really good 2 cost energies, and then once you have that as your priority, then you can grab your raid cards. There's no trigger again, so this deck is not very trigger heavy. 3000 BP. This is a great card to attack with, but it's also another good one to raid on. Next is going to be I don't know how to say this. TSA. So it's a 2 costs. When this character is active, you're going to be gaining 1 extra energy, giving you 2 total with this character as at 2500. In this deck, you do have a 5 cost energy that you want to throw out on the field, so it's good that you have a lot of energy in the backline. There's a total of 10 2 energy plus generators that you have in the deck. This one is definitely going to stay in the backline. There is no synergy here. You just hope that you can draw it early and throw it out. The next one here is Fanatio, Synthesis 2, a 3 cost Integrity Knights. So even though this is Integrity Knights, there really isn't any sort of benefits here. There's no drawing, no abilities with Integrity Knights. It's here to play another curve off of more energy generation here. Also, the ability is not too bad. Draw 1 and trash 1. That just fixes up your hand. And the trigger here is draw a card. So this is actually a really decent card. A basic attacker, good energy, great ability, good trigger. This is a great card to put in the deck. Running 2 of these. Now for your 4 colors of the deck, this is going to be another Alice card. So 3 costs. It's also treated as Alice. This one has step, another really aggressive card that you can throw in the front line early and throw it back in the back line later for your energy. During your turn, if Kirito and Eugeo on the field, this character gains 1000 BP. You can already see this is one of the very first cards that we're seeing that activates if you have both of these other 2 characters on the field. Remember, this is a trio. You want to have them all on the field. So this is a great card. 4000 attacker. Step back later when you need the energy. So good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mention the trigger here. Choose one of your opponent's characters on front line. Switch it to rested. If it's already rested, then it still works. Then it will pretty much stun it until the next time it's going to come active. So they won't be able to attack with it or, you know, anything like that. Now it's for your 4 finals. This is called Homemade Pie, 3 cost. Choose 2 AP, switch them to active. It'll give you more AP to use for that turn. Then if this trigger is the last one, you get to heal 1. 4 of these. All right, now we have a bunch of 4 costs. Remember, this deck is running 4 and 5s, so it's really important. I'm going to stress, it's important that you really get those energies. And even if you want, you might run even more of these Fanatios. But I think 10 is pretty good. You're going to find them most of the time. So anyway, here's Kirito. 4 costs with 2 action points. Play this character as active. If Alice and Eugeo are on the front line, this character gains double attacks. Then yet another card where you have to have the other 2 in your trio to get the benefit here. However, if you just throw it out on the front line, it's whatever. So basically double attack. When on your turn you swing, it comes up, and then your opponent decides to block and then do some stuff. This is only 3,500, and remember I talked at the very beginning that this Eugeo is actually pretty good with this. If you're able to play the Kirito, and then with your other one, you can throw this out. It'll be a 4,500 for 2 attacks, making it strong. So there are only 8 Kiritos in the whole deck, and it's going to be these 4, and then these 4. So you want to try to keep this one alive as much as possible, because your opponent will probably take this one out. And remember, you need all the 3 characters to get benefits, so you got to be very careful in where you throw these Kiritos out. The trigger here is add this card to your hand. It's a pretty good trigger. So, decent card. 4 of these. Now, 4 is a lot. I usually like running only 2 to 3 action points that are 2, but because Kirito is a main part of you need it on the board, I'm going to run 4 of these. Now, for your first raid card. Here we go. Eugeo Synthesis 32 4 costs, right? This card's also treated as Eugeo. Impact 1, always good to see impact. This one also has Nullify Impact, great defensive ability. When this character is sidelined, choose up to 1 Kirito and up to 1 Alice on your front line. They each gain 1000 BP and Nullify Impact. This character does not mess with the board state of your opponents. However, Impact's always good because it comes out with a rush. And when this is sidelined, meaning, you know, your opponent can easily play around this by using cards to specifically target your other key cards on your front lines, your Kiritos or your Alices. But if you're able to block out at a key time, those other 2 cards on the field will gain 1000 BP, Nullify Impact, so they're going to be like 5000 and pretty much be safe. So this is a great card to put in the deck. The raid here is add this to your hand or raid if you can. This is a great card to activate with trigger because there pretty much is no trigger ability, no when played. So playing it anytime is really good. Super defensive, Eugeo running 4 of these. Now for your 4 specials of the deck. This is called the Osmanthus Blade. Choose 1 character, 3000 or less, and sideline it. If you have Alice, it's 5,000 or less. So there's a lot of Alices in here. There's your 4 raid Alices, your 4 color Alices, your 4 1-cost Alices, and of course your 4 0-cost Alices. So this is super important to get on the field to do so. The trigger here is special. Choose 1 character on your opponent's front line and sideline it. Running 4 of these. And the final card of the deck, this one's going to be your super aggressive one. This is Alice Synthesis 35 cost, also treated as Alice, right? So when played, choose up to 1 character with 2000 or less on the opponent's front line and destroy it. Nice. However, if Kirito or Eugeo is on your front line, it's 3000. Nice. If both of them are on your field, it's a 4,000 or less. So it doesn't go up to 5,000 plus, but 4,000 is really good. You get a rushing character on the board, you get to KO something, and that's just really strong for 1 here. So that's it. It doesn't really do much other than that. And the raid here is add or raid if you can. So once again, this is another great card to use the trigger to raid, assuming that you have both, you know, Kirito and Eugeo on the field. So that is it with this deck. It's really nice. It's simple. You have really straightforward and easy characters. You have 3 characters that you need to keep track of. Alice's, which is all your attacking ones. your Eugeos, which is a lot of defensive stuff, and Kirito, which supports them by adding some more stuff on the field. This deck is not bad. It's very, I would say, even super basic and vanilla. Like, it's a very simple deck, but it's also a strong deck. There's no crazy gimmicks here. The only thing you need to worry about is bricking by not having enough energies, and if you have too many of those Kiritos, it just costs too much AP. They're going to be stuck in your hand. But you have a little bit of stuff to help you fix out your hand, which is these Fanadios. You might run one more, and you also have the 2-cost Eugeos to search. And basically, you just have to worry about, do I have a Kirito on the field? Do I have an Alice on the field? Do I have a Eugeo on the field? I do. Great. Oh no, I have to raid on one of them. I got to, you know, if they get destroyed, then, you know, your opponent might know that, hey, I know how this deck works. I just want to destroy all your Kiritos because you have the less of them, etc. So you gotta just watch out for that. But otherwise, it's a really cool deck, and I recommend it for anyone who wants to get into the game. This is a really good beginner deck. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, my website has all the images and stuff for all the deck profiles we cover on the channel, and a lot of stuff that we don't cover. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.